Hello and welcome back to my channel. So thank you very much for everybody joining in today and taking part to watch this video with me of my unboxing of the Creatures of the North. For those of you that are new to the channel, thank you very much for watching the channel. Please do subscribe to the channel for me. Leave a comment, just let me know how you enjoyed the video, if there's anything you want to see in particular. Today I am going to rehouse the Metallica slings that I've got. So I've got two of those in there, and they're quite small at the minute. I think it was 2 to 3 centimeters. One seems slightly smaller than the other. There they both are. They haven't got the blue coloration, I don't think, yet. They probably need to stretch out a little bit, but I'm just going to rehouse them in these little tiny pots here for the minute. It's got a little bit of water in the bottom. So I did have an idea of a bigger enclosure that I wanted to do, slightly bigger, and do a real nice setup, but they're too small, can't put them in there, stress them out. I need to put them in something that they'll be really calm in and be able to get a couple of molts, and then we can put them over when they get a bit more coloration. So, but we'll follow them on the channel. So I'm dead excited about getting these back into my collection. So let's just show you how I'm going to quickly set these up. Let's get on with the video. Okay, so I've just put a little bit of water in the bottom. Might do a little bit more, just because these are a more humid dependent species, so I just want a bit on there with the substrate. I'll get some dry substrate. Now they don't need a lot of substrate because they don't dig. Just give that a little soak in. Right, so just put a bit of cork bark behind that has a bit of the moss growing off the branch. Cork tube in the middle, which is going to be small enough for it to go inside, and then some carpet moss, which I've dug up from outside where I live, off the beaten path, so not where people walk. I've been using it in all my other enclosures, absolutely brilliant. So that can be around it, so really good for humidity, and I think this will force the sling to go inside here and actually close this off with a bit of this moss and leave that as its tube. So I think that would be absolutely brilliant. So let's see if I can get this one in, but missing one crucial item, which is a water dish. There we go. I think that's good. Plenty of places for it to hide in there. Behind here as well, look, it can go all the way around it. And then we'll just see how this one does for it. But I'm going to try and get this in without it speeding off too much. But there's one, and let me just get to the other one. So a bit of water in the bottom because my substrate's really dry, so let it soak all that up. A bit more. Same again, I've got another cork tube that I've cut down. I love this moss you get off the ground. It's so healthy, but you could just tear it into shapes that you want. There, I think that's good enough. Closes it off here, and then hopefully this should force the Metallica to web and then do a little den, because they can do that, but a little sink tube. Not fully like a funnel web, nothing like that at all, just tiny little bits where they'll enclose it over. But I've always known them just to sit out and just stay there. When they're slings, they will just hide at the bottom but not do any webbing at all. But I'm just hoping that this will simulate a bit more natural like it is in the tree. Because the tree's slightly open here, it will then web this side off. So that's what I'm hoping. Right, let's put the water dish there. There we go. And there you have it. Two little Metallica sling pots. Hopefully they're going to enjoy this. And I'll see how they go. If not, I'll try and arrange it around. But be nice and humid. Plenty of size for them. And it looks lush. And it's all live. So I'm just going to drop in a couple of springtails. Right, so let's go. I think we have I would say the larger one here, so I'm going to put that in this one. So we'll do that in a second. So I'm going to see if I can get the smaller one just to go straight into there. See if we can cut this one. Just going to see if it will come out by itself. If I can encourage it to go in there already. Thinking about it. God, that was easy. And look, it's gone exactly where I wanted it to go. Oh, it's actually got some of the blues coming through already, very faintly. But that is 10 times better than what I did the very first time round I had a P Metallica sling. I just put it in a little sling pot with a tiny bit of cork bark, some substrate at the bottom, and it just stayed on the back of the cork bark and didn't eat for 2 to 3 weeks because obviously it was stressed. So this simulates more of a natural environment, so you can see there it feels quite comfortable in there, quite placid. It's got a water dish, a load of foliage around as well, so I'm going to be well interested to see how these are. What I might do at the end of this video is give it a day, give it 2, and I might tag it on at the end just to see if there's any improvement, see if they've done anything, and also to see if they feed, because it's got a slight small abdomen, so I want to give it a day to settle. I may come in tomorrow and see if I can feed them, so just stay tuned to the end. But let me get this other one in. So one down, and let's see if I can get this one to go in again. Slightly larger one. Let's give this a cut. This one's actually facing the way I want it to go. If I can get it to go down in there as well. Look at that little cutie. Absolutely beautiful. Here you go. There we go. Find it, find it, find it. There we go. Right, so there we have it. It's starting to get their coloration. So thanks very much for tuning in. There we go. So it managed to escape, do a little runner, but I picked it up, put it in, and it goes exactly where I want it. So give me a day or two, stay tuned to the end, and I'll show you if they've changed at all. Okay, so I'm going to say still. I have tried to feed these. This one is a little bit skittish and it wouldn't take at all. So I've gone for a smaller item, smaller cricket now, and I've given it another 2 days just to relax, but it doesn't look good. Oh, perfect. I didn't think that was going to work. I was getting worried about this little one. But the other items I had were just too big. So I had to wait for some new ones to come in because I've got a roach colony that I'm developing. But I've had it developing now for a good year because I moved, so it's really, really established now. I've got some smaller ones, but I just wanted to get a bit more vibrant and a bit more robust before I start using them and then breeding off those. Not breeding off those, sorry, feeding them. But there we go, so that one's actually taken. So I am really, really happy with that. A couple of sprinkles of water. And that's that one done, so let's go on to the next one. Right, so I'm not sure if you can see there. Really well on enclosure, no webbing at all at the minute, so this is 4 days after, but you can see the tea is just down in there, but I can't seem to get it to focus. Let's see if I can get it to intake a cricket. Nope, that startled it. Literally right underneath it. Trying to get them to take a cricket for the first time when they're moving is a bit much for some slings. Some will just do it, others won't, but if I can get it to take, then it'll always take. Oh, he's turned around. He's almost gone into a little bit of a threat. But they're facing each other. You can see the spider at the bottom. Come on, go for it. Go right under its fangs and it should bite. Go try and stay still. Oh, it's nearly right under its fangs. Oh, that cricket was quick. Oh, I don't know what's happened there. Right, I think I'll leave that one be, just not to get it to freak out, and just see if it settles, and I'll check on that one tomorrow. But there you go, so it looks really lush in there. They're doing well, one of them's eaten. This is the slightly bigger one, so I'm not too worried about this one, but I will check on it again tomorrow and see if this one's okay. But enclosure works brilliantly well. So thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next video.